Welcome, brothers and sisters, to our reflections on the wisdom of the saints. Today, Saint John Vianney will guide us in this reflection. A Christian's treasure is not on earth, it is in heaven. Well then, our thoughts must go where our treasure is. Man has a fine function: to pray and to love. You pray, you love. That is man's happiness on earth. We can find out where our treasure is based on where we place our heart. That is the center of our being, our focal point, where we are truly focused and where we are driven towards. We can also flip this phrase. You would like to find out where someone else's treasure really is? Find what drives him, what motivates him, where he spends most of his time, what excites him, where he spends sleepless nights, what makes him wake up in the morning and carry on, where this excitement and, to a certain degree, enthusiasm comes from. The word treasure is very much linked with the word happiness. We would like to be happy, so we find things, objects, people that supposedly will make us happy. We would like to get this contentment in life, resemblance of happiness, something that will make us feel we live, where we'll get life, we'll get fullness of our being in the midst of everything we are going through. How far our mentality is from what Saint John Vianney described. Because nowadays, supposedly the happiness has to do with how much you have, how far you got with your career, the social status, the level of importance, and many other things that are of value for the world, and we consider that these things will make us happy. Saint John Vianney says that our treasure is not in here. Every time we set on creating our treasure and the center of our lives here on earth, to a greater or lesser degree, we are building an idol. And this idol down the road will make us suffer for one reason or another, whether it's because of the anxieties and the worries, jealousies, our pride, different facets of the idolatric approach to life will be visible and will make our lives miserable. Saint John Vianney names two aspects that make a Christian happy. Number one, prayer. How many saints and holy people found real comfort, consolation, peace and strength, and the love of God through prayer? Not just saying prayers verbally, automatically as a machine, but entering in the relationship of communion, communicating with, listening to, opening ourselves to the flow of the grace of Christ, right there in prayer. How many of us would say that we are eager to get to our prayer time, to spend this particular time with the Lord? I still remember a mother of a good amount of children who told me that her favorite time of the week was to spend an hour in front of the Blessed Sacrament in the Adoration Chapel. I still remember when she said it with her smile, explaining that that's the source of her strength and comfort to carry on with her mission as a mother. Or another person who told me that for her, a daily mass is the most important part of her day and she doesn't want to miss it for anything in the world, because right there she experiences God's love and mercy, nourished on the sacrament and given strength to carry on in the midst of all battles of the day. So on one hand, we have prayer. On the other hand, we have love. It is very difficult to love unconditionally and freely unless we receive this love from the other source outside of us, from Jesus Christ, who, in this connection that I'm just trying to provide, through prayer, grants us the Spirit, grants us love to be able to extend this love to others. We don't have inside of us the font of endless self-giving, self-offering love. Our love is very limited and reduced to our own strength. We don't have enough capacity to carry on. Instead, St. John Vianney teaches the prayer and the love we bestow on the people is the happiness for us here on earth. We, who are meant to have our heart set on the things of above, receive the gifts of grace from Christ, are able to bestow on others what we have received, and that's the happiness. Let us pray, brothers and sisters, that we may believe that what the saints teach us really constitute happiness for us here on earth. God bless you as we continue our reflections on the wisdom of the saints.